Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Online and Totally Fabulous, where I am interviewing the amazing, the astounding Alisoun Mackenzie, who literally, wherever she speaks, wherever she goes, she changes people's perspectives, people's attitudes on how they do business. And I bloody love her. She is amazing. We've known each other for a couple of years now, and she continues to inspire me. She continues to show me different ways that we can do business and benefit the world. And if that doesn't sound amazing, I don't know what does. So, Alisoun, I'd like to start, first of all, can you give us a bit of an overview about your amazing Give to Profit venture and the concept behind it, so that we can chat a bit about how you change the world with it?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much, Jodie, for doing this. It's amazing. I would be jumping around with as much enthusiasm if I wasn't in a cafe. So I'm keeping things down a little bit. But no, I mean, Give to Profit for me has been completely accidental business venture, which started with me when I went off and did humanitarian work in Rwanda with genocide survivors and the need to come back and raise funds for that project. And I was running a successful business and didn't have time to do both the fundraising and the business. So I just put them together. It seemed like the logical thing for me to do, to integrate fundraising into my business activities. What I didn't anticipate was that people would love what I was doing, and that I started off by making miracle bead bracelets, which I don't have any of because I've sold out, including the one I was wearing. But I just started off, with bracelets I took along to networking events that people would buy, that would get more customers for my business. I got more speaking gigs. I was raising money for causes. And before I know it, just 2 months ago, I've now published a book on how to grow your business by supporting charities and social causes, which includes all sorts of things, fundraising, sourcing social suppliers, and there's loads of different ways of doing it, but also really helping people navigate their way around the legislation that applies to fundraising too. So yeah, it's amazing.
I think I've got your book. It's on my, not to hand, I was going to do a demo and show the book. It's a wonderful book. The thing I love about what you're doing, Alisoun, is that you are you're making a concept that should be widespread. I mean, it really should be. It amazes me that it isn't. But you're making a concept that seems so obvious. You're making it get out there and making people sort of digest it and consume it and actually change their business to make this happen. There are so many corporations who say, oh yeah, we totally give to charity. Yeah, we tick that box, absolutely. But actually, you're doing it from a different perspective. What you're saying is that my business is integral with the fundraising that I do. I'm not just trying to gain brownie points with my target market by saying that, I sent 300 quid last week to somebody or other. It's actually enmeshed, isn't it, in everything that you do?
Totally. And I think that's the thing, that as a small to medium-sized business owner, we have the agility to choose causes close to our heart, to support a number of causes. And when we do this, it becomes part of our brand much, much quicker and in a more meaningful way than it does for a lot of corporations, where it is perceived more of a tick box exercise, even though there are actually a lot of corporations doing a lot of good work too.
Yes, absolutely. And those are the ones, if you notice, they're the ones that stand out because it isn't that common. Yeah. And we go, look at this company, look at that company, because it isn't that common, when it should be. Every single company is doing this.
Totally. And I think a lot of it, certainly with small to medium-sized businesses, is people just haven't realised that you can bring charitable giving into our business. We're taught we have to have a commercial business or a charity or a social enterprise. We don't. And actually what I teach through Give to Profit is a much easier way of having social impact than setting up a more formal structured cause.
Absolutely. And I think it actually, I don't know if you remember Phoebe from Friends. She used to say, there was a ranting episode where she ran around New York trying to prove that there was such a good thing as a selfless good deed. And of course there isn't, because we feel really good about doing things for other people. So if you've got a business that is enmeshed in charity work and you have a movement that you are supporting, that's going to make you feel a lot better about your business. And perhaps for some companies who struggle to charge, you know, a good amount of money for things, and they're still feeling like they need to give their services away for free. When they add a charity to what they're doing and they realize, hang on a minute, by me earning money, I'm also earning money for the charity. I think that gives them a lot, almost permission to really go out there and start sort of shouting about it in ways that maybe they didn't before because they didn't feel comfortable. So, you know, there are so many benefits on so many different levels of doing things the way that you do, Alisoun. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And your book is available. Do you want to share where we can buy it so that people can go and grab this?
People can buy it on Amazon. So just amazon.co.uk. And also on the Book Depository. So if you're not in the US, Europe or the UK, the Book Depository would probably be the place to go to get a copy of the hardback. Obviously, Kindle's available on Amazon around the world.
Perfect, perfect. And it's a gorgeous book. It's full of ideas, people that can, you know, they can actually put into practice. It's not just a conceptual book. I think it's super, super. So can I take you back to Rwanda? Because the story of what you've achieved in Rwanda is so fantastic. And I thought that'd be a nice way to close our interview.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We started off working, we've worked with hundreds of different genocide survivors. So these are young people who witnessed their families being murdered. Most of them are orphaned, have lived on the streets, have brought up siblings from the age of 7 to 8. And we have done trauma healing work with them, life skills and heart-centered leadership, but also entrepreneurial skills, so they now have a future. And it's just been amazing to see our human capacity to overcome what must just be the most worst horrors we can ever experience as human beings, and to learn to forgive those that actually committed those crimes against us. And I never knew that as human beings we had that within us. So it's been an incredible project that we're now also just launched a similar project with Aborigine people in Australia and the refugees in Australia. So this is something that, you know, we're looking to take out around the world.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. The impact that you have as a business owner is absolutely fantastic. And as you say, Australia and Africa, you're helping people around the world. But not only are you doing your own part, but you're sharing how to do it for other people so that people can do exactly what you're doing and make as big of an impact as you are. And I just think that's absolutely superb. So everybody watching, get on amazon.co.uk or amazon.com or the Book Depository and get the book and read how to do it yourself and make charity be part of your everyday business. It makes you feel great. You know, it's a really, really wonderful way to turn your business around. So jump on Give to Profit. And Alisoun, thank you so much for joining me today and sharing your story. It's been really super.
Thank you so much, Jodie. It's been wonderful being here. And I just look forward to hearing from anybody who feels inspired by this.
Perfect. Thanks, lovely. Speak to you soon.
Bye.